Yeah.
Welcome back to Lilly's Viking adventure. Thank you for joining us on another exciting journey into the world of Norse mythology, spirituality, and culture. If you're new here, this channel is all about exploring the rich history and beliefs of the Viking Age. Before we dive into today's topic, don't forget to check out the description below for links to our sources and our Etsy shop, where we have Norse-inspired modern-day gifts. You can also support the channel through our Ko-fi page. Your contributions help keep these adventures alive. I can't tell you how much I appreciate your support. Stay with us through the end to get some excellent details on the sources and scholars quoted in this video. Now, let's explore one of the most fascinating aspects of Norse belief: the concept of the soul. Specifically, we'll be exploring the Hamr and Hugr and how they connect with the Filjar and Hamingja to form a complete understanding of the Norse soul. If you haven't seen my video on the Hamingja and Filjar, I will link it at the end of the video. The Norse soul as a multifaceted entity. In Norse spirituality, the soul was not a singular, indivisible essence, but a collection of interrelated components, each with distinct attributes and roles. As Rudolf Simek explains in Dictionary of Northern Mythology, the Norse understanding of the soul reflects their broader view of existence, a network of interconnected parts, each influencing the other. This perspective mirrors their cosmological view of the world, where everything is interconnected. Two key components of the Norse soul are the Hamr and the Hugr. While the Hamr is often associated with physical form and appearance, the Hugr pertains to thought, will, and inner consciousness. Together, they create a dynamic relationship between the external and internal aspects of a person. What is the Hamr? The Hamr represents one's physical form, but its significance goes beyond mere appearance. It was believed that the hammer could be shaped or altered through magic and willpower, a process known as hamrammer or shape-shifting. For example, in Egil's saga, Egil Skallagrimsson demonstrates remarkable control over his hammer, shifting between states to adapt to his circumstances. Neil Price elaborates in Children of Ash and Elm, stating, "The hammer was a mutable aspect of the soul, capable of transformation to align with one's needs or desires." This belief in the malleability of the hammer also ties it to the supernatural. Individuals with strong Hamingja often had heightened control over their hammer, allowing them to harness this aspect for personal or communal benefit. Rituals and spells were often employed to enhance or protect the hammer, reflecting its importance in Norse culture. Moreover, the hammer was seen as a reflection of one's spiritual state. A strong and healthy hammer indicated a balanced and flourishing soul, while a weakened or distorted hammer could signify spiritual or emotional turmoil. In Helga Örnólfsdóttir's article, Soul and Society in the Viking Age, she explains, "The Norse viewed the body as an extension of the soul, with the hammer acting as the visible manifestation of inner vitality." This reinforces the belief that physical and spiritual well-being were deeply intertwined. What is the Hugr? While the hammer governs the external, the Hugr is the seat of internal willpower, thoughts, and emotions. The Hugr was believed to be a powerful force, capable of influencing others and even projecting itself beyond the body. Helga Örnólfsdóttir writes, The Hugr represents the emotional and intellectual essence of an individual, embodying their desires and intentions. This idea is illustrated in many sagas, where individuals with strong Hugr are able to inspire loyalty, evoke fear, or even curse their enemies. The Hugr was not static. It could grow stronger or weaker depending on a person's actions and circumstances. This dynamic nature made it an essential component of the Norse understanding of identity. One fascinating aspect of the Hugr is its ability to affect others. It was believed that a strong Hugr could extend beyond the individual to influence people and events in their environment. For example, in Gisla Saga Susunar, Gisli's powerful Hugr allows him to persist in his goals despite overwhelming adversity. Neil Price notes, the Hugr was more than thought. It was intention made manifest, a force that shaped the world around the individual. How the hammer and Hugr interact. The relationship between the hammer and Hugr delineates the balance between the physical and the spiritual. A person with a strong Hugr could influence their hammer, enhancing their physical presence and ability to interact with the world. On the other hand, a weakened Hugr might manifest in a diminished or sickly hammer. This connection becomes even more significant when we consider the role of the Fylgja and Hamingja. The Fylgja often reflects the state of a person's Hugr and Hamingja. Scholar Neil Price notes, the Fylgja acts as a mirror of the individual's spiritual condition, revealing the strength or fragility of their soul. For instance, a vibrant and active Fylgja suggests a strong Hugr and Hamingja, while a weakened Fylgja might indicate inner turmoil or misfortune. The Fylgja is a spiritual companion that often appears as an animal or humanoid figure in Norse belief. Its form and behavior are tied to the individual's spiritual state. For example, a person with a strong Hamingja and Hugr might have a powerful and protective Fylgja, while someone experiencing hardship might find their Fylgja diminished or absent. Simek explains, the Fylgja served not only as a guardian, but also as a reflection of one's inner essence. What animal or form do you think your Fylgja might take, based on your personality and spiritual essence? Let us know in the comments below. Mine is an octopus. I have also experienced guidance from a hen and a mule. I'd love to hear what you think yours might be. The ancient texts mentioning these concepts. The concepts of hammer, Hugr, Fylgja, and Hamingja are not explicitly detailed in a single ancient Norse text, but are inferred from a variety of sources, including sagas, poems, and historical writings. Here are the key texts where these ideas are discussed or can be interpreted. The Poetic Edda. This collection of Old Norse poems includes references to spiritual entities like the Fylgja and hints at the relationship between physical and spiritual forms, hammer. For example, in Grimnismal and Havamal, themes of spiritual essence and shape-shifting are present. The Prose Edda by Snorri Sturluson. Snorri's work provides context for many mythological and spiritual concepts. Though not always explicitly naming terms like Hugr or hammer, it discusses the nature of the gods, humans, and their interactions with fate and luck, which can be connected to these soul components. The sagas of Icelanders. Icelandinga Saga. Texts like Egil's Saga and Gisla Saga Susunar often mention shape-shifting and the projection of willpower or emotions, which align with the concepts of hammer and Hugr. These sagas provide practical examples of these beliefs in action. The Havamal, known as the Sayings of the High One. This poem offers wisdom that reflects Norse views on mind, willpower, and the interconnectedness of the individual with the greater spiritual world, aligning with the Hugr. The Ynglinga Saga, part of Heimskringla, by Snorri Sturluson. This saga discusses the fylgja in connection with kingship and individual destiny, emphasizing how it reflects a person's spiritual state. These ancient texts provide the foundational material for modern interpretations and scholarly discussions on Norse spirituality. The Hamingja and its role is often described as a person's fortune or luck, is deeply connected to the Hugr and fylgja. It acts as a cumulative force, built through one's actions and the deeds of their ancestors. Neil Price writes, "The Hamingja is both a personal attribute and a communal resource, binding generations together through shared legacy. A strong Hamingja could enhance the Hugr, bolstering one's willpower and mental clarity. It also influenced the hammer, ensuring vitality and strength. In this way, the Hamingja, Hugr, and hammer worked in harmony, creating a holistic picture of the Norse soul. If you missed it, we did a video specifically outlining the topic of Hamingja and fylgja. I'll link it at the end." Source biographies. Rudolf Simek. Rudolf Simek is a renowned scholar in the field of Germanic and Norse mythology, known for his comprehensive work, Dictionary of Northern Mythology. With a focus on the cultural and religious aspects of the Viking Age, Simek has contributed significantly to our understanding of Norse belief systems. His work combines historical analysis with linguistic expertise, offering detailed insights into mythological concepts such as the fylgja and Hamingja. Neil Price. Neil Price is a distinguished archaeologist and historian specializing in the Viking Age and pre-Christian Norse religion. His book, Children of Ash and Elm, explores the complexities of Norse society, including their spiritual beliefs and practices. Price's interdisciplinary approach blends archaeology, history, and literary studies, providing a holistic view of the Viking worldview. His insights into the hammer and Hugr illuminate their roles in Norse spirituality and daily life. Helga Örnólfsdóttir. Helga Örnólfsdóttir is a prominent scholar in Viking Age studies with a particular focus on the interplay between soul concepts and societal structures. Her article, Soul and Society in the Viking Age, delves into the hammer, Hugr, and their connections to Norse cosmology. Örnólfsdóttir's work emphasizes the integration of spiritual beliefs with community dynamics, shedding light on how these ideas influence daily life and personal identity. If you'd like to read more about these concepts, I will link to their books in the description below. In conclusion, the Norse concept of the soul offers a profound understanding of identity, community, and spirituality. By examining the hammer, Hugr, fylgja, and Hamingja, we gain insight into how the Vikings viewed the interconnectedness of the physical, emotional, and spiritual realms. Thank you for watching Lilly's Viking adventure. If you enjoyed this exploration, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and share this video with others who love Norse mythology. Check out the description below for links to our Etsy shop, Ko-fi page, and the sources we referenced today. We'll see you next time for another dive into the fascinating world of Viking history and culture.